What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Toshi today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, all right? It is the 8th day of May today. You're up a good 6% this week after seeing a little bit of a pullback, right? On a daily basis, we're up about 11% today. Love to see it. Lower lows in the RSI on a daily time frame here. Lower lows with higher lows here. That's a bullish phase of consolidation right there, my friends. And I very much do think that we're about to exact that bullish buildup that we've been forming over the past week or so now. If we're looking at this here on the RSI, just going back to this, you can see that not only are we getting lower lows here and relative higher lows in price, but overall we're in this uptrend where we do have higher lows and higher highs overall. So I think we're postured in a way that will get us into the overbought zone. That's the expectation somewhere in this area. Toshi has a very, very short-lived history. We don't have a whole lot of experience up in the overbought zone, only one moment. So as of now, the areas that we've found resistance at before are at 87 to 93. Those are very, very bullish readings, and if we see readings of this magnitude or somewhere in between, I would expect that Toshi does go on a little bit of a rampage here. We're at 304111 right now. From a relative high to a, nope, that was not, it's kind of right there at the high. We could use that, I bet. I want it to be perfect, though. I'm like, it's got to be right on there. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. All right. So we bounced off the 236. We're likely not going to stop at the 382. Okay, almost always I expect that we stop at the 382. Okay, I don't know what's going on with my computer there. It's like it glitched out for a second. But I don't think we do. I think that right now we're about to go on a rampage up to about the 618 and the 69 area, which is at about 309 to 201. You're at 304 right now. So over a 100% pump, I think, is incoming for Toshi. Why do I think this? Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. You know, the RSI suggestions are enough to me to suggest that we're going to see some kind of crazy growth. The price action that we've seen in this thing's history, where in literally from the same price you saw in 2-3 days later, you went to prices that were dramatically higher than just a 100% pump from here, right? The capabilities of this thing tell me that. And then of course, that would just make sense on the fibs as well, right? We've got this here. That's the next area. You're probably not going to stop at the 382. This was your stop around the 382. You consolidated. You're looking bullish, man. You're not going to break above the 382 and stop there. That's not what's in store for this thing. No. And the reason why I don't think you stop there primarily is because you're breaking out of this consolidation phase, right? We take this away. You've been in this consolidation area now at the base here since March, right? You're just about to break through this. As soon as you break through this, you're going to find resistance at the 382. I don't think so. I don't think that you're going to stop in the middle of nowhere at the 0.5. I think you're going all the way up to the golden ratio zone, somewhere at 309115 to 2010865, right? Somewhere in that area right there. If not higher, genuinely, that's the expectation there. So I think Toshi's in a really good position, guys. I think we're going to see some fireworks fly over the coming days, over the coming weeks, and don't underestimate this thing, man. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I'm not saying this will happen. I'm just saying we've been here before at this exact same price, and then 1 day, 2 days, 3 days later, 3 days from this exact same price, 3 days later, we were up 5.7x. This thing can move fast when it wants to move fast. And you know, whenever it did move fast, you know what it did there? What it was doing there? It was breaking out of this long-term consolidation phase. Not long-term, but just long for its life already. It was breaking out of that. We're breaking out of this one here. It's a lot tighter. It's less deep, right? And I don't know if that means we're gonna pump more or less, but I think that could imply, at the very least, it could imply that I might not be bullish enough. I've been saying that a lot today. Even though I have been bullish, I've been very bullish, right, for months now. We might not be bullish enough at this 1 cent to $0.001 to $0.0009 price. We might not be bullish enough here. Maybe we do surpass that and go all the way up to 2014, 20175. You never know, man. What I don't expect is that Toshi just goes on a rampage to new all-time highs, but you never know. It could happen, but I would think that we probably do find some turbulence somewhere in this area here, somewhere in this zone, and then we continue to build higher. In the month of June, in early July, if not the very, very end of June, I would anticipate that Toshi as a whole 11x in growth from here, if not as much as like a 25x in growth from here. I think it's got a lot of potential. It's just how high does it go? I don't know if we go all the way to 1 cent. I wouldn't hold my breath over it, but it could happen. I wouldn't be surprised by that. The last, high to low that we saw, whenever you hit your extensions, you went all the way up to your 2272. Now this high to low is a lot more shallow than this high to low, so I don't know if we should interpret it the same necessarily. But in that kind of context, the 1618 I mean, might be an appropriate area. It really might be an appropriate area. I don't know. Time will tell. Let's see. ETC. What's ETC doing? Is ETC pumping too? Ethereum Classic. Oh, good for you, Ethereum Classic. Love to see it. Yeah, that's awesome. Good job. Bitcoin here at $101,000. Love to see it as well. I always wonder, man, when's the last day going to be that we're below $100,000? This could be it, man. We might not ever see $100,000 or lower ever again. But here we are looking at Toshi. I've given you the path forward. I think this is what we're going to see here. I do expect turbulence, and where I would expect turbulence to be is somewhere between 00175 to 00091, right? Somewhere in that area, I think we will find turbulence. But we're at least for now moving up to that area with very minimal turbulence along the way. Until we stop in that destination. Then we'll consolidate again. Maybe we consolidate for a week. Maybe we consolidate for 2 weeks. But by the end of May, if not, definitely sometime in June, we will be breaking through to new all-time highs. And who knows how high that'll take us. It's, something between about half a cent. No. Sorry, that's not half a cent. Yes, that is half a cent. I'm sorry. Something that's just below half a cent, 0.0045 to something that's right around a cent, 1 cent itself. If not higher, is possible, but I don't know, man. 20x is already pretty crazy. I don't know if 40x. It's a meme coin. You never know. I've seen Dogecoin last cycle when it was worth $900 million in market cap valuation. It did a 10x in a 24-hour period. Crazy things can happen. It did a lot more than that overall too, but I don't know. I'm done talking. I'm just rambling at this point, so I'm going to end it there. But you look really good, Toshi. You look really, really good. 4 hours looking fine. Oh, the 4 hour, to be honest, though, you are rejecting the overbought zone, huh? You might pull back a little bit from here. Prior resistance, okay. I mean, overall, you're on your way higher, but don't be surprised. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. Don't be surprised if by the time you watch this, we're down at about 3039, something like that, yeah, or even just below there, 3037, 3038. If we're down in that 3037 to 3039 area, don't worry about it, right? That's just a higher low. In a series of higher lows, it's going to take you higher. I would actually, looking at the 4 hour, I would expect that you go a little bit lower. Let's see. The 1 hour too kind of suggests that, but you don't have to. I mean, you could. Who knows, man? If you're higher, you're higher. But it wouldn't surprise me. Don't be scared if you move a little bit lower. Okay. I got nothing else for you for real. Thank you all for being here. Hit the like button, subscribe. Take it easy. I'll see you on the next one.